This video highlights notable Black figures whose accomplishments continue to inspire and influence generations. Their stories reflect strength, innovation, and perseverance, and serve as a powerful reminder of the positive impact Black leadership has had on history. First up, Jeremiah Hamilton, known in his time as the Prince of Darkness, not for evil, but for dominance on Wall Street. Born around 1806, Hamilton was the first Black millionaire in New York and a feared competitor in finance. In a time when racism barred Black people from even walking freely in certain areas, Hamilton built a fortune in insurance fraud, shipping, and real estate. He fought lawsuits, rivals, and even riots. Yet despite threats and violence, he thrived. By the time of his death in 1875, Jeremiah Hamilton was not only rich, he was respected, envied, and remembered as a man who played by the system and still won. Net worth was about $2.25 million today. Next, we have O.W. Gurley. Otto W. Gurley was more than a businessman. He was a visionary. A former teacher from Arkansas, Gurley moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma in the early 1900s and helped create Greenwood, one of the most prosperous Black communities in U.S. history, what we now call Black Wall Street. He purchased 40 acres of land and developed businesses, schools, churches, and homes, only selling to African Americans. His vision turned Greenwood into a haven for Black excellence, self-sufficiency, and economic power. But in 1921, the Tulsa Race Massacre destroyed it all. Yet even in tragedy, Gurley's legacy endures as proof that economic independence was never just a dream. Next, we have Reginald F. Lewis. Reginald F. Lewis asked one question that changed his life and history. Why should white guys have all the fun? He became the first African American to build a billion-dollar business. After attending Harvard Law and crushing it in corporate law, Lewis bought Beatrice International Foods in 1987, then turned it into TLC Beatrice International, a $1.8 billion global powerhouse. His business strategy? Aggressive, fearless, and unapologetically ambitious. Lewis wasn't just rich. He was a symbol of what was possible for Black entrepreneurs worldwide. He passed in 1993, but his legacy lives on through philanthropy and inspiration. Next, we have Anne Malone. And now, let's talk about a woman who revolutionized beauty and business, Anne Malone. Often overshadowed by her more famous protege, Madam C.J. Walker, Anne Malone was actually one of the earliest pioneers of Black hair care products and education. She created the Poro Company in the early 1900s and trained thousands of women in cosmetology, many of whom started their own businesses. Her empire included a college, manufacturing center, and nationwide product line. Anne Malone didn't just sell beauty, she created economic freedom for Black women. From Wall Street to Tulsa, from boardrooms to beauty salons, these four icons defied the odds. They were not just successful Black Americans. They were architects of legacy. They challenged systems. They built wealth. They opened doors for generations to come.